Western Spring Television. Ours it is.
Thank God it's Friday. We are super glad to be here. Thank you so much for being there. This is another edition of Ladies Talk, and just like the name says, it means we talk about everything ladies, talk about relationship, marriage, business, whatever it is, anything that affects the female folks, we talk about it right here. And like I always say, the fact that we say it's ladies talk does not mean men cannot be involved. I mean, you have wives, you have sisters, mothers, siblings, colleagues. That means you also can be a part of the show. Just stay with us. Definitely, it's going to be a nice time on the show this evening. My name is Evelyn Ohiole, and I'm not always alone. I've got beautiful ladies right here in the building. Let me start with Chikasi.
Oh,
yes.
I'm going first today.
She was like, ooh. How are you doing, baby?
I'm good. I'm fine.
I love the glasses.
Thank you. I decided to, switch it up today. Everybody's always on glasses. So I'm
No,
twinning with the three of you today.
You did tonight, and now you decide probably next week, tell me where.
Yeah, exactly.
You tried it on, right?
I wanted to give this whole, very educated, professional kind of look,
So
away from the whole entertainment vibe that I'm always on. Something like that. Something like that. I'm doing good, Eve. It's good to be here. It's good to see you guys once again on another episode of the Ladies Talk Show. And I can't wait to dig into the topic of today and speak to the ladies.
I trust you.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go on to do this. Baby, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. It's so nice to be here again.
Yeah.
Whenever I come here, I'm like, let's just see who's going to spit fire.
The spitfire thing is for someone.
Exactly.
So it's always fun being here because we get to help people and we also get to help ourselves. And it's always nice meeting you ladies as beautiful as you are.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are always beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
I'm glad to be here today.
And let's go to Embedum. Okay, what's this? Is that a new style?
To salute, ba.
Alright, okay. I just let another one out, so I'll clean that also now. How you doing? How's your day been?
Today's okay. I'm feeling okay. It was a little bit slow. I had to prepare for this.
Yeah.
I'm always looking forward to being here, and I'm happy to be here to see everyone and to get to contribute to whatever we have to do.
Especially after a very hectic week.
Yeah.
It is often said, I think it's in the Bible where it says that better is the end of a thing than the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And when I've always heard of that, but I thought about it and I say, if we say weekend, that means the weekend is even supposed to be greater, much more fun, interesting, sweeter than the beginning of the week. You understand? So when we say it's the weekend, don't say, oh, it's the time for me to relax and rest. You can even achieve greater things. You can do much more things at the weekend. Don't let down your guards. What's that word for Boy Scout? Be ready always.
Be ready always now.
Is it be ready always?
I don't know.
Scouts on
No,
Scouts on
no. I didn't do Girl Scouts.
I think it's
I don't know
always
any of
ready
that.
or be ready. Something that it's just
Yeah, we get the point. Ever ready.
Ever ready. That's it. All right, and right here on the show, we are ever ready for you.
Yeah.
We're going to go on this break. When we come back, we'll know what's trended on social media. Do not go anywhere. The girls will be right back. still Ladies Talk on WSTV, Western Spring Television, and we are glad that you're still here with us. And of course, I still have Cassie, Judith, and Hamberdon right here in the house. And talk about that Boy Scout motto, it's prepared. I mean, someone whispered it to my ears when we went on that break. So I hope you're prepared for us right here on the show. Let's go on what's trended. Yes, and you know, a whole lot of things. For us to pick up a topic to talk on what's trended, I mean, on this particular segment of the show, it's always a tough one because
a lot of things are always trending.
A whole lot of things happen. I mean, something trended yesterday, and the next moment, in fact, sometimes in an hour's time, another thing, you know, comes up, and you're like, all right, let me move. You know, the Twitter community, they will bring their chairs and
I was talking to someone, I was telling someone that this year has been bad,
True.
But I'm feeling it though. The drum roll is like, you know, from the first we got bass.
Yeah.
Second we got bows. So it's just
you know, our job entails you keeping, you know, being updated on all of that. So
it's good to have the
it's like enjoying Amebo, but being paid for it too.
Yes.
Yeah.
And to talk about it though.
So, you know, during the week we had from the old news of the divorce between Ireti Doyle and Patrick Doyle, and a whole lot of people were disappointed that they officially divorced, to the rate of divorces in the country, to...
Honestly, that news shocked me.
Yeah,
I think you said 4,000 just in Abuja.
applications already in Abuja.
And over one year. That was the worst part, like, they just got married, just 1 year.
Yeah, under 1 year.
Under 1 year.
Crazy.
And it's really disappointing. I don't even know how, but that's disappointing or heartbroken or.
I'm not as heartbroken as much as I am when I hear that older couples are breaking up after 23 years. People are in their 60s, 80s.
Where are they breaking up to? Which life do you want to enjoy?
Okay, but that will not be the topic, you know, we are going to focus on for today. A bigger one dropped during the course of the week, and that was the revelation our brother in the Lord, Nedu, came up with. And
equally revelation.
You know, he made that statement, I think, on the podcast of the Honest Bunch.
Yeah, Honest Bunch.
And you know what? Let's just watch this and hear what is said. Let's just watch this and really hear what is said. I can't get enough of that revelation he gave out. Although we will not close our ears and eyes to the fact that some people may have had that inclination before now as to what happens in the, you know, in the entertainment industry.
Yeah.
You understand? But let's hear from Edu.
But let me tell you the truth, because of the fact that we're also in the same industry, and then we relate with these people, we know, as he knows, that most of them, Baba, not just film them they do. And chairman, I've worked in once on some of your influencers and celebrities. Two of them, I don't tell you this thing personally. I worked in with two of them having a threesome with somebody that I know. Yes, I said it. I've worked in with two of your favorite influencers and celebrities.
Female or male?
Female.
Okay.
In Transcorp Hilton Abuja, the famous hotel. Both of them did there because the guy, they wiped two of them. Now the thing is, I'm not going to mention their name because they saw me and they expect me to respect them, and I respect them enough not to mention their names. But the truth is, the person that put them there is my friend. I not even know, you know the person. I not even know, say the person put them there. This same person don't be, organic, need to have fun now. Give me this guy who go Big Brother. Oh, Jesus, I shouldn't have mentioned that. But I don't talk him anyway, fuck it. Give me this guy go Big Brother. Make her just talk to her. He gave her 3 million.
You just talk to her?
Just to talk to her, 3 million.
Never see pints.
He never see pints.
That's a smart lady.
She was in Lagos, he's in
Very
Abuja.
smart.
No, my guy he's a giver. 3 million
Nice,
he
man.
dropped. The day he wiped that girl, he gave her almost $15,000.
And that's the pressure you now create
So, you understand? Now that kind of pressure won't complete for that. So she knows what she's doing to get money. Are you going to tell me that other people now go see that girl now? Say, man, this girl, I want to hustle like that. They'll come the hustle, they know they get that thing where then they get. So what it come be the extra thing?
Come back from that, I mean, the gongs and gangs of small girl, big god.
Also where?
The category of grace. Grace. All right, and this just goes to show that a whole lot of people are actually on this particular table, especially in the entertainment industry, where they know what they do to get their money, but then they kind of come to the screen, come to social media, and tell us, oh, I worked so hard, although it's still work though.
But there's no man
They are working. No, they are working hard.
It's work. I always see, if you know that you're not doing the work that is genuine, that we can all fall back to and say, okay, I want to be like this. Just enjoy your money. Stay in the closet and just flex yourself. Not that you will come to us and not tell us, hustle where, hustle we pay,
hustle we
because
pay.
we know what they are doing. So we're thinking, those of us that want to, I'm putting myself in those shoes, those of us that want to go into that line, I think, oh, this thing pays, I think if I should hustle well or put my A game, I'm going to make it. Whereas there's somebody in the backyard, you understand, somebody is like, I'm fueling the hustle. Just stay at your corner and you take for your car bag, you do your thing, you drive your car. No call and come and tell us, say, sorry, I was being pitching because this kind of thing is, good for my ear. Come out and tell us that, please, your hustle, well, your hustle we pay, your hustle, I'm a great influencer, I love my influencing job, I love this job. Do you get me? If you know there's nothing you are doing at the core that is bringing you money and is that thing, you can come out and be bold to tell us. But they make we people just go into the business thinking, okay, if I do my A game, and they're not getting this in 1 year, 2 years, they're still grinding. And they're like, but these people just started and they got it immediately.
That's the really sad part.
That's the sad part.
Kasi, there's this saying in Yoruba that one who does not know where in mates they take maker, you understand? He go run for 40. He always go past with a boat. You understand?
Yeah.
There are a lot of, especially recently, you see influencers that just started influencing maybe in the past 7 months, last year.
1 year.
And this year they are up with mansions, with Lamborghinis, with all of that.
And for me, what pisses me off is the pretense. Like, most of the time, we don't even ask. You just come to give us the information. Like, you go in your car, nobody is even asking you, how did you get this one? You just come. And I don't like that. Okay, we're not here to judge what you do to get your money. You could do whatever you want. Everybody has skeletons in their cupboard. Nobody is a saint here. So, if you want to sleep with men to get money, that's on you. That's fine. Do your thing. But don't come out. There are a lot of impressionable young girls. A lot of young girls that look up to you and like they want to be like you. They want to do what you do. So, it doesn't make any sense for you to not lie and say you had sleepless nights, you bought many candles, and that's the reason why you have this and that. It makes no sense. It doesn't add up. Like, we're not fools. There are people out there who know that you are lying, and I pity the ones who don't even know, and they're always in your comment section hyping you. You're their mama, you're their lady.
Yeah.
Even when evidence comes out that you're a fraud, they still don't believe. They're still there defending you. That's the annoying thing. So it's just best if you're getting your money through this particular means. Just come out, post your car, post your house. Congratulations to me. Move on. There's no need to lie. There's no need.
But don't you think this is the narrative that sells? I mean, people have this, there's a common narrative that sells. For instance, let's say, talk about the narrative of, oh, I went through hardship before I made it. I went through hell before I made it. I sold water in Old Up. I pushed carts. I pushed this and all of that. Like, that's the normal narrative. So they feel, okay, to boost my personality, to boost my fame, let me just add that up so that
I think what they actually use to boost their fame is getting all of these big gifts. Because once you know you have cars, you have mansions, somebody wants to come for you for advance.
Yeah.
They won't come and price you 50K. They'll price it like 5,500,000. So that's what they're using to boost. So the whole idea of using the narrative of I'm hardworking, that is not what is boosting for them. Their one is just to come and show that they have things. So that you can see them as, oh, they are big, and then you can give them big deals. But the idea of lying and saying I got it through hard work now, that doesn't work.
I saw an influencer, I won't call that influencer. Okay. Well, she took a picture of her not knowing who was in the background. Like, she took a picture and there was someone in the background with a very pot belly and lying along the
Oh, yeah.
And she vacation. I don't even know if you saw that. She was on vacation and she was like vacating in so and so place. And people spot, their what we call social media VAR. Like they spotted the person and they zoomed it. Do you know she deleted that picture?
But they already got what they should.
Okay, so and that same person now will still come out and still give young people
some
this
even
hope.
go as far as lying that they have houses that are not even theirs. It is
Advert, after they were giving people
Let's
adverts.
parents say something.
What is just so painful is that they try to normalize this kind of stuff in the industry. So people are under pressure, to also, portray a certain lifestyle that they are not, actually living. So, people talk about mental health stuff, people be like, oh, I never make up. You are seeing your colleague showing up very, very big stuff, and you are there, struggling in one room apartment, or you're unable to make trips abroad and all that. And you'll be like, where are they getting this money from? It puts pressure on a lot of them, and they will be trying to do all that they can to just, get into that space, So they normalize this, I don't know if I have the right to call it a moral decadence in the industry. Like, everybody that gets there, was it not Remy Cooley that was speaking?
Yeah.
They said somebody introduced him to someone, and that he had to, the person now said he had to
get down with
the person got some things and said it sounded like an initiation. So if he wasn't that strong, he would have given in. True. Many people come into this industry and they are like, okay, this person's like this, and they want to follow suit. And it doesn't end well for everybody.
And you have the narration of that's what plays in this industry.
That's what goes. That's what is obtainable.
If they say you can't beat them, you join
them.
So I feel a whole lot of people get into this industry. Some people know that that's not actually what's obtainable, but then they join and they say, okay, let me just follow the tide. Let me just everybody they do. I make
and if they don't do it, sometimes they are, sabotaging.
But then I just feel people, especially our youngsters, need to understand that hard work pays. We are not really against that, saying that hard work pays. If you put in a number of work you are supposed to put in, if you put in the necessary hard work, the necessary resources into any venture, definitely you will have results. You understand? You will have results. But also you should be able to know the kind of people you call your role models.
True.
And also don't, there are some people that can die on your matter.
Yeah, like even if you have role models, you
what
should
you say now?
take away the good part.
And
leave the bad part.
Exactly.
Even role models will actually tell
our
you,
work
take the
generation
good
now,
part.
they are saying that it's work smart, not work hard.
Yeah.
But I heard even Funke Akindele was talking on one interview like that, and she said, you have to work hard and keep working hard. I didn't hear, she said there's work smart, but you have to still work hard.
So I think it should be work smart and work hard.
Smart for them is taking the shortcuts, like trying to get all those perks and all that are involved.
All right, definitely there have been updates. Of course, we don't want to delve into the updates. There have been names, they are naming names, a particular popular blog named names. And but we don't just want
very
to talk.
messy triangle.
Yeah.
Like I always say, more will still come. And
No, but please, somebody should help me shed some light on this one. These BB Niger people, that they will say, okay, the fans contributed money and bought this mansion. The fans, who are the fans? I'm always like,
You and I are different.
I never contributed money to buy anything, so I don't know. Now we did the story now.
Am I concerned not for myself?
We are the fans.
I've never been money.
There's even anonymous fans and there's
anonymous fans, and they buy very, very expensive gifts.
Most of the time, it's maybe people that are admiring them, like maybe a certain man. Maybe they even buy for themselves. They call Jero to do
yes,
You buy
I heard
for
something
yourself
like
and
that.
then
Someone
you come
bought-
and
Before we go ahead, there's something that I heard in the video that actually got my attention, is the fact that this guy in question dropped 3 million naira before he even saw the girl face to face, like had a physical meeting with
That's
the
a fact.
question. 3 million naira just to talk to her, and I'm like, where are these men? I mean, if you're going to give me 3 million naira just to talk to me, I can
also have my phone number.
I'm not
collect that one and
interested.
then that's it.
And 3 million naira is not
Right. But the thing with these people in industry is that they're never contented. They always want more. So that Chimionia, she has seen a mine where she can keep on digging from.
I mean, and she got $15,000
exactly.
more. All right, that's that on what's trended. And like Judith will always say, more will definitely come. Yeah. All right, let's go for another break. When we come back, we got a meal during the course of the week, and we will be, dissecting that meal and giving our thoughts on that particular issue. Do not go anywhere, ladies. Stop. We'll be back. On Western Spring Television, it's channel 190 on Star Times, and it's the next segment, and this is where we talk about issues. And in case you are watching us and you'd like to send us a mail and like to get our advice on whatever it is that is bothering you, probably you do not know who to talk to, and you just want the ladies in the house to, have a say on whatever it is you're going through, you can send us a DM on any of our social media handles, displayed on your screen, and we'll definitely get it and read it from here. And definitely, if you want to be anonymous, it's something we can do. Remember that we are there for each other. Women supporting women, right?
Yeah, it's women supporting each other.
So we got your back. All right, on today's edition, we got another mail, but this sender is anonymous, and she sent it all the way from Ekiti State. We don't know where in Ekiti, and we don't really get to know where in Ekiti. We appreciate the fact that she reached out to us, and she wants us to help her out, take a decision on something very sensitive. It's a very sensitive topic, ladies, and I really want us to, take out our time to advise this lady in question. I'm going to read our mail now and pass the mic over to you girls. So I don't know why I'm using girls, but then one's a girl and one's a
always baby girl. See, I don't want to stop being a baby girl.
You need to know the old.
Leave her. I don't want to stop. Cass, you want to stop being a baby girl?
No.
Baby girl for life.
For life.
So you can go like an adult till I see people that I see other women. I have to be like a girl.
All right. So this is from an anonymous sender. Okay. It says, "Hey ladies, so one time I cheated on my husband when he cheated on me. It was like some kind of revenge sex. I was angry and wasn't thinking straight. When he confessed to me, he cried and promised it will never happen again. He said he was carried away by peer pressure and had a couple girlfriend his friends introduced to him." I mean, there's always friends that do all those things. That's what says, "Show me your friends and I'll tell you who you are." All right, so they said he had to act like a man, like he was no man before. All right, he confessed to me because he couldn't live with the guilt. I was angry. He broke our marriage vows after 5 years of commitment and love. In retaliation, I had a one-night stand. I'm not proud of what I did, but I thought it will give me some sort of satisfaction. Now, it's been months after the crisis in our marriage, and I have forgiven my husband, as he has done everything to show he is not the kind of man I think he is. We have moved on, but I just can't get the memories of that night with that strange man out of my head. I'm thinking of opening up to my husband that I also cheated on him. Do you think I should? My fears. Will he forgive me the way I forgave him? Or should I just take the secret to my grave? So, ladies, let me begin with Embadam. This is, a woman pouring her heart out about what transpired in our marriage. And right now, I feel for her to come out for her to send this mail. It means it's bothering her at this time.
She's feeling guilty. Her conscience is eating her.
She's feeling guilty. Just like the husband, was feeling guilty and couldn't keep it and had to confess to his wife. And she's also feeling this way. What do you think, Emberton?
the whole idea of revenge sex to me is not applicable here. I mean, you are having to say all is fair in war and in love. And now you're fighting with a guy or your husband. He hurt you and you said, okay, you want to take it out or revenge. And she's the only one hurting now. She had sex with someone else. The husband didn't know. So how did it affect the husband? That's where I'm going to. You understand? Like, okay, you say, okay, you want to revenge. Like me, if I were to do that, I would do it so that he would see it, not sex though. I wouldn't go that far. You understand? Like, I would make him see me with someone who appreciates me, or somebody proposing to me. That is revenge. Or threatening to leave and all those things. Somebody who wants to take me away. Then it can hurt him. But in the case where you say you want revenge and you are the only one hurt, because I know very well that if she loved her husband, and I'm believing she did, or she still does, it will be hurtful for her to even have sex with the next person. I don't even understand what I'm saying. So who are you punishing when you say you are doing or having revenge sex? Revenge sex, the man look at you. And now again, you went to have sex against your will, gave your body, because I hate it, to sleep with someone that I'm not attracted to or not having feelings for. Because somebody used his own body to do nonsense, and you carry out this your own and went ahead and punished yourself. And now again, you want to be revenging against yourself. There are better ways to carry out revenge than to use your own body, except it was a pleasure to her, as if she found it pleasurable. Then she can now say, okay, she also had her own pound of flesh, she enjoyed it, and still the guy did not see it. So now she's the one still suffering it. So I don't see any that being expressed there. That's revenge stuff. The guy is not hurt, and now her conscience is eating her up, and it affects her health as well. And I do not believe that she should. The guy did his own. He came out. She cheated on the husband. She has to tell him. It's not her body alone. She shared it. So she should tell her husband.
You feel she should tell her husband?
Yes, and chase her the consequences of her actions.
And what if it means wrecking her home?
That is her truth. She should face her truth. If she does not do that, she will still, she's living a lie.
So you think a confession is worth a marriage? Like she should sacrifice a marriage?
We do not know that.
And what if?
Well, she's living a lie now. She's living in fear and she's living a lie. She has not told the husband. She alone did that, and she knows that she went against the norm. Like she offended somebody, and she's still living. She's living a pretentious life, hypocritical life. She would not feel good, and she has to just get it off her chest. Tell it to the person it matters. That is her husband, and who knows, he might forgive her. And if not, that is how it was meant to be, because if these actions or things actually happened,
cause and effect.
I'm telling you.
It's the way Cassie's giggling beside you.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
So Cassie, what's on your mind?
Oh my God, it's so unfortunate how many women, have to endure their cheating husbands. It's so unfortunate how every time men would cheat, they just expect their woman to forgive and forget. Why?
It's often said that men are, naturally polygamous.
That's such a wrong narrative. It's a comfortable excuse for them. I completely disagree with that. And it's unfortunate that they keep on doing this over and over and over again. Now, he has done this. Why would you even allow your friends to pressure you and tell you that you can only be a man when you cheat on your wife and you're sleeping with young girls? That kind of mentality. For you to be married to someone that can be easily influenced, trust me, it does not end there. He will be influenced to do something else that would not favor you or favor the marriage. The next thing, you get infected. So, it doesn't make any sense that he had to do that. Now, in the issue of her, coming out to say the truth, men do not know how to take in the medicine that they dish out. And that is a known fact. Men can't do that. A man will tell you, if I cheat on you, I can do it without getting emotionally attached to the person. It's just my body. There was no feelings attached. So I can still love you and cheat on you. But they will come around and tell you that once a woman cheats, it means that her heart, her emotions, her feelings have been attached to this person and she no longer loves you. They've used that narrative to make it seem like women cheating are unforgivable. Just the way they say men are polygamous in nature, so you can forgive them. But for women, they'll tell you, no, she cheats.
You've lost your virtue.
So she cannot be in that marriage again.
But what do you think, Cassie? Do you think a woman can cheat and still love her husband? I mean, do you think a woman can cheat and she still loves her husband?
It is possible. It is possible. Though women are very likely to get emotionally attached to whoever they have sex with. But it's still possible to actually love somebody and still sleep with somebody else and have feelings for that person, but you still love your husband or you still love your man. It's still possible. It's still possible because some of these men that even cheat on their wives fall in love with their side chicks.
Yeah.
They will tell them, I love you, and when their side chicks cheat on them, it's like the whole world wants to crash. So they actually love this person and love that person. So the same way they can do it, we can do it too. I mean, for advice on what she's asking us for, I don't think she should. Because even if that man should, for any reason, forgive her, his image of her will forever be tainted by that confession. He will never see her in the same light ever again. Like for every disagreement, anytime she's saying, I'm going for a night with you, or I'm going somewhere, all he will be thinking is, she's going to. For real. Even if he's saying, babe, I forgive you, I did it, and that is because I did it. He will not be able to help it. He will not. That's how men are wired. Men can't take it. They can't. Like, they'll literally do something to you, and once you do it back, nah. So for me, she should just take that secret to the grave. Go to God and kneel down to God and tell God, please forgive me for my sins, this, that. Just get the healing within, and she should not do it again. It's as simple as that. But she should not open her mouth, because the way she does, even if that marriage is like, okay, it's going to work, it's just, the way they say people are walking dead. So like the marriage will be a walking dead marriage. It's looking like, okay, yeah, it's all good and well, but inside, that man will now do worse than he ever did.
All right, we've had Amber Doom advise the lady to tell her husband, and Castle seems to, vehemently disagree with her. Probably you break the tie. So let me know your thoughts, Judith. And I also want to ask, do you think the husband's non-forgiveness, likely unforgiven, do you think the husband's non-forgiveness of the wife's act is a matter of time? Probably if she had said it immediately it happened, that probably when the husband was telling her, I'm sorry, I cheated on you, and she can come back and say, I'm sorry, I just cheated on you too, I didn't know what came over me. Do you think he would have, but waiting for months before coming out to apologize and confess, do you think, what's your thoughts?
First of all, I want to point out that if someone does something back to you, doing the person the same thing the person actually did to you back, it's like you're the same person. You get? So if you want to be a better person, you need to be a better person, not actually trying to do what the person did to you back. That means you are not a better person. You're waiting for someone to harness the evil or the bad things in you. So for that, I'll point it out to her, and then she should be listening. In case of future references, don't do that anymore. But back to what we're saying, if she had,
are you saying she had always wanted to cheat on her husband?
It takes two to tango, and it also takes, if you're a good person and cheating hurts you, you won't want to do the same thing.
What if it was in the spur of the moment? I mean, probably at the time, I don't know, I don't have the details now. So probably at the time the husband told her she was angry, she stormed out of the house, she drove to a nightclub or a pub, and she started drinking, and she saw another guy like, okay, now I got the
it shouldn't be a yardstick, because you hate it. If you hate something, you wouldn't want to do it to someone else. Right. They used to say, do what others what you want them to do to you. So if you hate something, you wouldn't want to do it to someone else. Like if I hate someone telling me lies, I wouldn't want to lie to my partner because I hate it. So that in case when he says, no, my babe doesn't lie to me, so he will learn from you. So if your husband cheated on you and you're saying, oh, I want to revenge by having a revenge sex, then you're actually the same thing. It just took you time. It just took time for you to do that. So,
because you have the option of actually leaving the marriage,
or even forgiving and forgetting. When you say you forgive someone, it's in all totality. Not in saying, okay, I forgive you and I want to have a revenge sex. Like, forgiveness is in all totality. It's not halfway. It's not halfway.
I don't know if that's...
It's not, no, if you say you forgive, because when we ask God for mercy, we tell him to have mercy on us in everything.
No, I don't think she had the sex before she forgave.
She forgave me. So what I'm saying is that I'm trying to put it out to her that if you're angry about something, doing the same thing back is like you. I don't know. It's like you're doing the same. You're just the same thing. So I want to put so she
Yeah,
can.
put herself in the
I
same
know
shoes.
this man might actually forgive her if she comes out to say. But I don't know why she took that long. You know, when things are on fire, just add the fire so that when they are quenching it, you quench it to what I want. So this staying this long, it will take time, like you said. Time will heal everyone. Time always heals once. Now I feel she should tell the man, and in her mind she should just tell herself, good or bad.
Whatever comes
Whatever because now she's hurting and like Hempedu rightly put, she said she might actually get sick from it because you know high blood pressure doesn't mean when you maybe you're thinking it's you can be thinking too much and before you know her health is affected. I'm sure she has kids. So if she's feeling this bad, tell him, let your mind be free, let your conscience be open. You don't know, he might forgive. Yes, we are not there, I don't know if he will forgive, but I feel he would. So she should tell and stop having this grudge in her heart because it's a heavy weight that she cannot bear. Because right now she's feeling like I'm finished, I can't bear this thing. She's not even concerned about the fact that I'm married and broke. She's saying it's too much. Like it's a weight. Because she has realized that this is not me.
No, she also spoke out her fear
Yes,
and said that
yes.
she doesn't know whether it's going to affect the marriage.
He would, because he has done the same thing. No man, they said, who is without sin should raise up his hand. No
But
man.
you know, we've seen so many men who
Yes,
have
but
actually
we
even
can't
come out to
see.
confess.
It's a 50-50%
We've actually seen men that have come out to confess that they cheated on their wives and on their babes, and when the babe cheated back on them, they couldn't take it.
Yes, but now it's a 50-50. She has to take, she should just take it. If my marriage breaks, it breaks. If my marriage works, it works.
Me, I think she should just go for therapy so she can have like.
But she has
Yeah,
very
man.
much is doing potential. But this man, he needs to know.
Speaking about, he doesn't deserve to even know.
He needs to
He
know.
doesn't even
He
deserve
did the
that.
same thing to her.
How do you
He
know?
told her.
How do you know he has even stopped cheating?
You know
When
that
it's
because
across
you know,
the-
and the woman, the lady didn't
No,
catch
it's
her.
not. I want
men
us to
are-
understand the fact that I want us to understand he wasn't caught in the act. He came out to confess what he did.
Yes.
You know, he could have said, "Okay, I will stop cheating on my wife, but I will not confess to her."
But he did the
But
same
because
thing.
he was also dying of guilt, he decided, okay, let me come out. I mean, when 1 + 1 in marriage, they say it's 1. So I can't keep lying to myself, which is my wife. Because if you see your partner as yourself,
a reflection of you.
then you will not want to keep lying to yourself.
And he didn't have to do that.
You know, he didn't have to confess what he did.
Say what you don't know.
See,
don't hurt.
this is how men manipulate women.
Well,
So because I confess,
said,
that
no.
means,
No,
I'm this
saying he's a
perfect
I'm
man.
just saying he has to know. Because
You
what
know,
if he gets to
What
find out?
you're taking
Or
from this
maybe in the
narrative is that
future.
because he confessed,
See,
so that means he
There is
will never do
always-
it again, or
always
he
a
has
cause
stopped
and
doing it.
effect
It's just
to
a one-time
every
thing.
action.
Trust
Wait,
me,
calm down.
now that he has confessed, so
Yeah.
it's in our own mind now, he's going to be like, oh, he's never going to stop me again. So he's going to now think that to continue doing his thing, knowing that she'll probably never even suspect him ever again.
No, because there's always a cause and effect for every action. And you have to put that in play whenever you take any action you do. So if
And
she
you
has
have
done
to know
this,
how
if
these
she has
men
done
think too.
because I know them. I know our Adams. They are so good. I know them. But see, she has done this. And I wouldn't want someone to go down physically or mentally because you had an opportunity to tell someone what you did. Because it can be derailing. Okay, let's say she doesn't tell her husband 1 year, 2 years, he's still haunting her. She can't even stay in her home and be happy.
From what she said, they have a very good marriage. The husband had been, behaving well, and even not for the peer pressure and him caving in, there was no case of this. And when he caved in, he said, "Oh, I went out to, I'm sorry, he wasn't caught. So she should go, and apparently what they want is to be, one and still transparent. So she should
Okay, I
approach the
think
relationship by
the
being open
question
as well.
that we should answer for, or we should ask her now is, does she think she's willing to let go of her marriage if
She should have that though. She should really have
anything
that.
happens?
We can't control the outcome.
We can't control. She should really have
And
that.
that's why she needs to ask herself that
No.
question. Is she willing to sacrifice her marriage?
Because if she's
I
not
don't
willing,
think so.
then she
Right
should
now.
not. If she's not willing, if she's not willing to take what comes out of this,
And she
joy,
she shouldn't just think about herself. If she's got kids, I feel these are questions she needs to answer. Like, am I ready to allow my kids to grow up with separate parents?
And you know the painful part, by the time they break up, the narrative that will be at the front row.
That she cheated.
Not that he cheated.
I know.
That's what the society,
I know
the in-laws, the relatives,
I know
even
that's
the children. That's what everybody will be saying. So imagine how that is going to be.
But what if this man is actually a very good man?
He deserves
And
to
what
know.
if he isn't? Let's also take it
And
from that side.
wait,
What if
are you
he
going to
isn't?
say that if he reacts, in a negative way, then he means he's a bad person?
No.
Yes, he is a
We
bad
cannot want to
person.
take
Because how do you
responsibility.
expect someone to forgive you and you're not ready to
That's
forgive?
probably the
He makes you a bad person
I feel
automatically.
she should just know that this is it.
All right.
I should tell him if he
I
goes.
just feel like
If he goes with it, fine. If he doesn't go, I'll take every consequence. Because I'm thinking about her mental health though. And her life.
I think I
There
tell
are solutions to that. There is God, there's therapy.
Okay,
Honestly,
you
there are ones that
Let's
can
go
do.
to that.
God will say you should confess your sin.
Hello, ladies. Let's just take a chill pill. Let's take some water and go for this break because it's getting hot in here. And like I said, it's a very sensitive topic, and we really want to comb all the areas to bring out the best solution in our own, in our own little way for this lady in question. But keep it locked. We'll still be right back. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Ladies Talk on WSTV Western Spring Television. We are glad that you are still here with us. And on the show this evening, we have been talking about a mail, that was sent to us from by an anonymous, and she has asked for our own advice because she said she cheated on her husband because he cheated on her. Right now, she's feeling heavy. She's dying of guilt. And according to her, she has forgiven her husband, and her husband has been everything to convince her that he is no longer the person she thinks he is. But 6 months down the line, she feels she should open up to her husband of her own escapades too. And according to her, it's just a one-night stand. But her fears are, will he forgive her the same way that she forgave him? And also, is she ready to sacrifice her marriage for this issue? And of course, the ladies have, given their own points on the issue, what they think and what they think she should do. But right now, we'll be getting feedbacks from our audience, from you, yes. People that sent in feedbacks on this particular issue. We'll be reading their feedbacks right now. And I'm just going to start with this one that came in from Elizabeth from Lagos. I think the ladies too also can have access to this feedback. So Elizabeth from Lagos says, men, let me just say the way she typed it, men know they forgive that kind of thing. This is not Nollywood. Make she move on.
Wow. Okay, this is Chibuzo from Anambra. He said, LOL, that's laugh out loud. Better for her to take it to the grave. Men hardly forgive cheating.
Well, I said, and then we have this one, Emmanuel from Oshobo. It's quite a long one, so I'm just going to read this real quick. He said, there are secrets we have to take with us to heaven or hell. In as much as we're in a committed relationship or marriage, some stuff happen every now and then, things we never thought we could do, but then we can't help it, and so they will forever remain with us as secrets. I was telling a sister the same thing yesterday. Our society doesn't treat cheating in a marriage by a woman same way to be treated for men. If she wants her home and she loves her life and marriage, she should never open up. Otherwise, she's ready to face the consequences and move on, then she can open up. If her conscience is eating her that deep, then she should just zero her mind, open up to him and take her leave, because the husband won't forgive her the same way she did for him. There's always a difference between a man washing his wife's undies outside than a woman washing his.
Okay, I like the way he actually ended it up, because if you're outside and you see a woman washing watching our husband on this.
It's normal.
You know, you don't see anything wrong in that.
When you
But
say man,
let's flip it. If you see a man washing his wife on his outside, that man don't chop vegetables. All right, let's take on more.
Mrs. Adebola from Oshogo says, I don't think it is the right thing to open up in this scenario. She only needs to confess to God and receive forgiveness and also forgive herself. If she opens up to the husband, he might not take it lightly as she did and may break the home.
All right, so that's Mr. Adebola saying she should go to God and just forgive herself and move on. All right, Esther from Lagos says, my advice is not to tell the man. It will hurt him more than anything in this world. Men like to cheat, but hate to be cheated on. So don't break your home. Just pray God is a forgiving. Just pray. God is a forgiving God, not man. And last one we have here from Mr. Beta, all the way from Ibadan, says, I don't think she needs anyone to advise her on this. She knows her husband more, and she knows her husband more. Okay, let me take that again. She knows her husband more and should be a better judge of his character than anyone else, though in some cases this might not even be true. Moreover, I believe she should have confessed her own frolicking the moment her husband did his. The question that will be in the husband's mind will be, why didn't she mention it when he confessed and asked for forgiveness? Now, there the matter go on get killed. All right, we honestly appreciate all of your feedbacks. Thank you so much for wading in and sharing your own views and thoughts, and also advising this lady in question. And if you would like to also share your thoughts, you can go up to our Facebook page. We have a post there on Facebook that it has this particular story on it. Just comment, leave your comments with the hashtag Ladies Talk, hashtag WSTV, hashtag MyView. And of course, you can also go on YouTube and search for this particular episode on our channel, Western Spring Television, and drop your comments there. All right, so ladies, we're just going to take the final take.
You know, I like how a lot of the men that actually gave their takes told us that men can't take it. Men will not forgive, just like I said. So we're even hearing it from the men now. Men would not forgive. So for me, I would remain on my stand. She should take it to her grave, except she's willing to lose her marriage, because he will never forgive her. And even if he does, he will never see her in the same light and treat her with respect.
Yes.
Never.
So much confidence. All right. So everybody, let's have you.
I don't think anything is worth someone's peace of mind. I mean, you live, you learn. She should, live her truth. They are assuming to be one listening now, and she should just go ahead and tell him, and whatever comes out, she should be able to, face it. Just boldly, take it as this. But I think that from what we heard, it might not really end or break up the marriage. We are just assuming. So she should just say it. Nothing is what her health or peace of mind. I know we women are emotional. She will not be able to sleep well.
All right, so Judith?
I feel she should actually tell him, like I've always said, it won't kill her. Whatever comes out of it, good or bad, maybe the man is not the one for you. Don't even know that somebody else. In case he break up with her, or but if he doesn't, we don't know how stronger this will make them. You get, there's no marriage without ups and downs. So this might actually make them stronger. This might actually make them apart, take them apart.
Yeah.
So we don't know, but she should just, like I said, do 50-50. So you won't say it's like 50-50, shake them. But if you know you can chest anything that will come out of it, take it, so that you'll be free. Your heart will be free. So that you even go to heaven and rejoice.
You know, on faith is that she has to be checking 50-50 whether he will forgive or not. But the man can just come and say it and expect to be forgiven. It's so unfair.
All right, what I would say is that for her to seek professional help, like Hassan said, you can go for therapy, talk to a professional, and we are giving our own views, and with all that we have said right here, you can be able to filter what you can use. But then you can seek a professional view. You can talk to your pastor about it. And from there you will know exactly what to do. But one thing I want you to do is, first of all, forgive yourself. That is very important. Forgive yourself and ask God for forgiveness. Then whether or not you want to tell him, Whether or not you want to ask for forgiveness, I do not know. But like the ladies have said, if you feel you cannot take up this, if you feel your relationship is built on trust, and I think you should just tell him. If you feel that's the foundation of your relationship with this guy, it's built on trust, you have vowed never to keep anything from each other, then just tell him and damn the consequences. All right, that's the edition of Ladies Talk for today, and we are super glad. It's been an amazing time with these ladies. I do not get bored when they are around, I tell you. But we'll be right back next week, Friday, for another super duper edition. You can watch the repeat of this particular edition on our YouTube, Western Spring Television. Go right there, subscribe, drop your comments, and like this particular edition. My name is Evelyn Ohiole, and on behalf of Emberton, Cassie, Judith, we say we love you. Bye.
Western Spring Television. Ours it is.